Last name. We here. Ephraim, you gonna kick it off since you've been MIA? They want to hear
Yeah.
your voice. They want to hear your voice.
What's up? We back at you again with another video. This is by far the realest sports talk radio you're going to hear anyway. I don't care WIP, all these other joints listen to. It don't matter. You get the real right here, uncut. Let me give you the platforms in case you don't catch us live. Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and iTunes. I think I got them all right, Tim. Yeah. Did I miss anything?
Your government name.
All right, yeah, let me do that. But all right, look, we here with it. Tag, man, it's a heartbreaker of a loss, for real, for real. This is why, and I think we all are in harmony with this when we talk about losing games that you should win, or losing games that you are in position at least to win, because no game is a should win. I guess you got to win it. But winning games that you're in position to win, when we think about our schedule earlier, you talk about the San Fran game, whatever, it was another close game that we lost. Even the Tampa game, we came back, we started rallying late in that game. Chiefs game, we got some touchdowns taken off the board and all that. I felt we was in a good position to possibly win that game if we got some favorable calls, but that's neither here nor there. But this game right here, I mean, the team offense, Sirianni did what I know. I was hating on Sirianni early in the season. I was saying I think he's suspect and he trash because he was irritating me not calling run plays and not putting your quarterback in position to be successful, knowing he a young bull, setting him up for success. You were setting him up for failure by letting him call more of his own plays. All right. What I will say is he listened and he adapted and he showed growth as a coach. All right. With that being the case, it showed growth. It helped Jalen to grow because now it took some pressure off of him for making all these RPO decisions and him making the wrong decision, holding the ball, blah, blah, blah. It allowed him to grow and mature and just play quarterback and not try to play quarterback and decision making. So now he had a very good game. Jalen played incredible. Even a couple times in the fourth quarter, he wanted to win this game. He ran that ball. He put his body on the line. You got to respect that. But the defense cost us this game.
I blame the defense 100%. In a big person I blame is Derek Barnett. That 3rd and 6 when he jumped was huge. It's huge. But Rich Gannon, you can't continually, week after week, let quarterbacks complete 80% of their passes against your defense, man. You got to do something. I agree. Week after week, these quarterbacks are like they playing at 7-on-7. They lighten us up. It's so ugly. I don't even know if they punted once. I know we turned them over 2 4th downs. Defense came up great. I guess he's trying to play this bend but don't break. You especially can't play that in the last 2 minutes. But man, the defense is getting shredded. I would agree with Ephraim too, man. Hats off to Hurts. Hurts played a very well game. Very, very good game. I can't knock him. A couple times when he was running, though, I would like to see him during that run. It looked like he had a wide receiver streaking. Just dump it off to your wide receiver. But I can't knock. He played a good game. Hit Devonta Smith. I want to see Smith get involved. Smith is looking like a number one, like I want to see. What, he had 5 catches and a touchdown. So the offense,
y'all still want Diggs over Smith? All y'all people, not y'all, all the boys who wanted the cornerback Dallas, who was getting ate up today. Y'all still want him over?
He got dealt with. He got dealt with today.
That happens, though. It happens. I still take Devonta Smith though. I'd like to pick.
Oh yeah. But I hate this. Is what I hate to see, in what seems like happens to us constantly. Offense making progress, now the defense is going backwards. Everybody get on the same page. This was a winnable game. Now this game could have actually made us have a nice little playoff run. We could enjoy the season. Now we back looking at where we're going.
Especially with Dallas losing. Especially with Dallas getting waxed today, and making it even more terrible.
Yeah. Well, this game had me all over the place. First of all, the defense.
We did.
The defense, they give up 98 yards of offense on the first drive, but ended up stopping them. And then that was a good play for them. That was really good. And then, but this rushing 4 men is not working for Jonathan Gannon. I don't know why he insists on rushing 4 men and not doing anything else. No exotic blitzes.
I don't even know if it's the rush. It's the way he has his corners playing so off the ball. Other teams pick up so many third and longs. It's like it's not even funny. It's not funny no more.
At one point, Justin Herbert completed 11 passes in that third
in a
quarter.
row.
In a row.
Did you see his stats? Look at this. What's his dude's stats at the end of the game?
Yeah, his stats is incredible. He 32 for 38. 32 for 38, 356 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And this is what gets me
9
mad.
yards a pass.
Yes. This is what gets me mad about the Eagles defense is that about Gannon in particular. And I'm seeing people saying Gannon is the number one to blame. He got to go. And I agree because we actually have ballers on defense. We got bulls. If you put these dudes in good position, can make plays. We got a solid defensive line. Our linebackers, I think, could use a little tweaking, but they're not terrible. And our corners, to me, are good. I like Mattis, even though he got hurt. Slay is solid. Our safeties is solid. That's right, he did. But my thing is, we have bulls who can make plays if put in position. He's not. First of all, in the NFL, ain't no team for the most part, no quarterback, no offense is going to turn the ball over unless you force them to. When you sitting back just rushing these four and all, it ain't going to work. Every blue moon, you might get a fumble, somebody come in there and make a good strip on the play. But you got to bring pressure to make people make mistakes. This is the same stuff we used to talk about with the ball last year. I can't even remember his name now, the other defensive coordinator. This is the same stuff we used to talk about with him. He was too vanilla, all this rushing forward, not bringing no blitz. I can't, especially for us coming from. Yes.
I want to apologize to Jim Swartz, too.
Me too.
I agree.
I thought you were the worst. I remember being on the phone with email. We were celebrating that Jim Swartz was retiring. I'm sorry. I like to be the first to say I apologize, Jim Swartz. Come on back because Jonathan is due.
I agree.
Trash.
Let me give my proper respect to Jalen Hurts, and don't take this as me knocking Jalen Hurts. But sometimes you have to help your quarterback, and what I see Sirianni doing. Help the game slow down for him. Take so many decisions off his plate. Make him hand the ball off. Make him do play action boots. You know what I mean? Like help your quarterback. And this is how you can see a better growth. He looked more relaxed down the line when it was time for him to pass. You know what I mean?
I agree.
He did start out a little bit shaky when he decided.
He did because you come out throw. They threw 8 times and ran once like the first 2 plays. What are they doing?
That was the demon that was on the side of him.
The bad Nick.
The angel got on there was like, all right. So we started running and opened up Jordan Howard. Everybody, for 6 games, Jordan Howard was on our practice squad. That was
why.
That was not smart.
We've been saying, remember, I give Ethan been saying it from the jump because I didn't even realize. I knew we signed him back, but I never realized what happened to him. And Ethan kept saying, yo, where Howard? Even last year, remember, was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year when we were talking about Jordan Howard last year, did the same thing. We let him go, ended up bringing him back. He was still a no-show. The first year we actually got Jordan Howard in here, we did the same stuff. We kept putting Miles Sanders back in and forth. Remember Miles fumble? I can't remember what game that was. Miles fumble to cause a huge game. For some reason, I don't know why these boys like giving Jordan Howard is a proven stud. I don't know why they don't like giving him the ball. It's the craziest thing to me. It's the craziest thing. And every time he get in, he produced. You know what wouldn't shock me? His boy had 17 carries today for 71 yards, 4.2 yards to touch. It wouldn't even shock me if next week we just forgot about Jordan. This is what we do with him. Next week he get 3 handoffs, and then the rest of the season you don't see the ball. This cracks me up. No. But all that being said, I'm not knocking the offense. I do agree with Ethan. I like how they set the pass up with the run. They ran the ball and they ran the ball hard. I was even shocked. We ran the ball like a 3rd and 3. I ain't never seen.
Got it. Yeah. Got the first down. Yeah. We ran like a 3rd and 5 and got the touchdown.
I agree with you, Ephraim, as far as the defense may not be as bad as we really that they're showing.
It's the coordinator.
Y'all see that hit? The ball, what's his name? Davion Taylor. That hit that he had the ball that stopped him for a first down, and then the ball Epps. He was just hitting, and
he was.
It's like we have good players that can make plays. We just have a bad scheme.
You know what I want to know, though? Remember last year they were saying that Howie Roseman is the one that says who plays and who doesn't. You know what I mean? He tells the coach who's on the active roster. I wonder if that's him making these decisions. All right, I want Miles Sanders and Gainwell because they're nice, fast, shifty backs, but they're the same person. They're the same person, pretty much. They're the same back.
They are.
Instead of you need a bruiser, and you can use a shifty like Thunder and Lightning. I forget who was that we had. Was that Ricky Waters and somebody? Who was Thunder and Lightning? I forget.
Charlie Garner, and Ricky Waters.
Charlie Garner and Ricky Williams. We need
had that a couple times.
Back.
Yeah, we had that a couple times.
With Deuce and Westbrook.
Yep. We had that a couple times. And it works. I mean, you could go around and run back 10 around the league with the bull from Carolina. American Carolina's back was a Foster and Williams. They were the Thunder and Lightning. Like you could. That works. Even when we won the Super Bowl. When the Super Bowl, we had the Bull Blunt that came in there and just pounded the rock sometimes. Sometimes you needed somebody to come in there and just go hard through the middle. And I like Boston Scott. Me and Ethan been talking about Boston Scott for the longest time.
Jahi and Blunt. Remember Jahi and Blunt? They was ours.
Exactly. So it worked. The defense, man, I'm telling you, I told y'all I like the Bull Maddox. I think he won the top. He's the best corner, in my opinion, on our team, and I think he's a top corner in the league. We have legit players. Obviously, the defensive line, we got the Bull, what's his name? Cox and the other Bull. And I can't remember.
We need better edge rushers, man.
We do need some better edge rushers, though. But Barnett, bro, that offsides on third, I think it was 3rd and 6. And got him within the 3rd and 1. That is what irritates me, and the fans knew it, and the fans jumped all over me as soon as he did it. He does this all the time, bro. How many times have we seen this dude on the 4th and short jump and give somebody the first down? Bro, I know you hype, I know, but come on, this is crucial plays that's costing us. That's costing us the defense to still stay on the field and it helped the offense drop down and get points. It killed us. I'm so irritated by that. And
no, it was nice seeing though, just to jump back on the offense, throwing a ball down the middle. I ain't seen that in so long.
Yes, they did it this game.
Going to the side, we was actually just throwing the ball down the middle. That's the one thing that our coach from last year. What's his name again? He had Jalen doing that a little bit last year, but we got away from it this year.
What I liked, I think it might have been a touchdown pass. Hurts stayed in a pocket and threw the ball. I was waiting for him to get happy feet and run. He stayed in the pocket. That little bit is a little bit of growth I want to see. Don't try to escape the pocket so much. I don't want to see Hurts with 10 carries all the time.
Did you see that run? No, that run for that first down where he flipped, that was a money play.
Yeah.
That was a money play. He wanted
that showed me the desire. That was like Cam Newton-esque type John. That just showed me a nice desire to win. I like seeing that going hard. I see somebody in the comments said, what it say? It's so evil. Our ends have zero awareness. I agree, but this is where what's his name? Brandon Graham was so clutch and so crucial in sniffing out screenplays and all that kind of stuff like that. Graham was huge with that, man. Huge. He was smart. He's a smart, even though he wasn't the most impactful DN that you're gonna find, he one of the smartest. And he is a good team leader on the field. So we miss him a lot.
We miss him.
I don't. Yeah, Sirianni something like I don't know if you can come in and change the scheme. I don't know. I guess he comes in every D coordinator, any offensive coordinator comes in with their scheme, and that's what's going run. What they going to run. If he's going to run that scheme, we need to run him out of town ASAP because that's trash. It's trash. It's not working.
Brandon said
at all.
Not going to lie, but Barnett got us. We thought he was that boy from 2003, Javon Curse, but he's just a goon with no motor.
Yeah,
he's a clown. He ain't a goon.
That
I don't like all that ankle flexion crap.
I don't want to just harp on him too much, but it's certain in a game like this, it's one or two plays that could cost you the game. And I think that was the one play that ultimately decided this game. In my opinion, now who knows, they still could have got it, but you just made it so much easier.
They got a touchdown on that drop.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it irritates me to my core. But I somebody said that they think Nick going for a Baltimore style offense. I don't know. I'm not going to say that because he showed the propensity to pass too much. I got to see this type of offense a couple of weeks in a row before I think he's transformed into more of a running type of coach and not and not this pass happy dude. I seen pass happy too much. I'm glad he going here, but I seen it too much for me to think that he Jim Harbaugh now.
But you know what? Now he doing it. He doing a little too much for me sometimes. Well, all right. For instance, right?
He went from one extreme to the next.
Yeah. Like under 2 minutes. I think under 2 minutes. I think he ran like 3 straight times under 2 minutes. And Jalen might have thrown on like the third. One of them plays you got to throw in a play action. Not on third down, because third down, you know you're going to run.
No,
so
you know
to me, he's like, are you feeling the game right?
No, are you talking the play when we ran like 3 or 4 times? What's up? He ran like 3 or 4 times in a row, and all of a sudden he went to an empty backfield. I was kind of confused at that one play. I think we ran like 4 times in a row, got the first, and then he threw an empty backfield sitting there on a shotgun for Jalen. I'm kind of confused. Like, bro, this is the perfect time to do a play action, John. Like, don't have the defense knowing you're not going to run after you've been running down their throat and they be getting gashed by it. I mean, I know you like to mix it up and all that, but just from a mental standpoint, I'm thinking this is the perfect time to throw the little play action in, and then you go with an empty set to pass. That I was kind of confused by that play.
Like I was thinking when we was going down the field under 2 minutes, I think we was at like the 5 or 6. It was a perfect time to go into center and play action and get inside that end zone. He didn't do that not once. You in shotguns and stuff like, come on, man. Like, learn.
At all?
Huh?
Was he under center at all?
No, I don't think he went under center at all. And then it was the one where Hurts passed the one to Devonta Smith when Devonta Smith was trying to run to the end zone, but Hurts threw it kind of low to his feet. He should have put a little air on it.
The back of the end zone, and Devonta kept saying, you should have put it up a little higher, John. Yeah, that was a huge play too, though. But that's why them red zone plays like that, and you hate to nitpick with them. But those are the type of Jones that you got to get. Because if we'd have got that, it could change the whole rest of the game. Because we had to settle for the field goal. But if you get the touchdown there, you force the Chargers to go for a touchdown. So, I mean, it's like I said, you hate the nitpick, but those are the plays that you need when you get in that red zone, and the play is there to be made. You want to capitalize because the play was there, and if you put a little more air on that, that was a touchdown. That was 6, and we might be happy.
The boy Tim McMahon is from from ESPN. He said Justin Herbert is the 5th quarterback to complete 80+% of his passes.
That's what I'm talking about. I just said that you can't have him keep complete 80% of his passes.
Here's the thing that's
more than half the games.
Between 1950 and 2020, Eagles allowed just 6 quarterbacks to complete 80% of their passes. So in the entire history of the Eagles organization, we're only 80% passing. That's crazy.
That's wild.
This year.
That's wild.
Who we play next week? They'll get it.
They're gonna tie the record.
That's wild though. Think about that. That's wild. The
entire history of the Eagles, nobody has gone 80% of their passes, and yet this year, that's the defensive coordinator. He got to go.
See, but you got to blame at this point. You got to blame our ownership and our general manager, the bull whatchamacallit, Howie and them, because you should never let a rookie coach hire the defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
you should never do that. And clearly, he hired the wrong bull. So if you like. Because now you at the point now, all right, if you fire the coordinator, are you looking at the decision making now the coach too? You know what I'm saying? Because this is his man, he hired him. So now you questioning whether you want this boy to still be your coach. You shouldn't even put him in that position. If I'm not mistaken, when they hired Chip, they didn't let Chip hire the defensive coordinator. They didn't even let Doug Peterson hire defensive coordinator. But you let a rookie head coach hire his defensive coordinator?
I heard. Now, this is what I heard. This is what they should have did with Gannon. I heard that when they let Chip hire his own guys, but he was told they have to have NFL experience at that position.
Exactly.
Like, this is Gannon's first time as a defensive coordinator, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I think it's If it's his first time or I think it's his second year.
I think it's his first time. But he's gonna go back to whatever he was, tight ends coach, wide receiver coach, whatever he was, water boy. Because he's about to get canned from this one.
They were showing photos of him being the best man at the bull wet. And
yeah, but you set your bull up for failure. You set your ball for failure. You could have brought your ball along better. You said, "Listen, I'll bring you up. But listen, if I hire you as a DC and the DC don't go right, you gonna be under the spotlight, and I'm gonna have to fire you. You're gonna put us in an awkward position. So look, let me hire a DC. You can work under him as like a defensive back coach or whatever to really learn the position, really learn how to be that coach."
I mean, at this point, he has to go. You can't do that 5 times this year. Quarterbacks don't. Obviously, the defense is the same. It's vanilla. They know exactly what you're doing. You haven't changed anything. No plays. No nothing. Remember. It's funny because Cox got traded for talk. He almost got traded for speaking out 2 weeks ago. He came out angry, and then the next week he was on the trading block. The only reason why he didn't get traded because
he said the boy trash. He know.
And that's what everybody knows. You can see what you're on.
He said the ball trash. He did say easy. He said the ball. Yeah, he said you're not putting me in position to win or something like that.
He's saying the schemes. He questioned the schemes and everything like that. Like and this was irritating me too. Like, bruh, first of all, I don't think that's a bad move for you as a rookie to hire your homie, one of your best homies to be defensive coordinator. Because then you run into the situation where people think nepotism going on and all this kind of stuff like that. That's a very slippery slope, especially when you're dealing with so many variables, so many personalities, so much responsibility as a defensive coordinator. Because the last thing you really want to do is fire your homie like that. This boy in your wedding, you want to fire your man. So first of all, I don't even think that's a smart move to do that as your first job as a head coach. That was dumb. For 2, these players ain't dumb. These veteran bulls who've been around the league like Cox and all them, they know when somebody doing the goofiness. They know, come on, man, like they've been around the game long enough to know the X's and O's, to know the scheme. They in there watching just as much tape as he watching. Some of them probably, if not more. So if you calling suspects of the bull, like, man, I seen this on the tape. I know they trying to do this. Why are we doing this? Or I saw last week, I think somebody mentioned in the chat, how the tape is out on the Chargers, just like San Fran. Matter of fact, let's go back real quick. The tape is out on the bull Garoppolo. If you put pressure on him, we turn the ball over. We pressured him none, hardly at all. So it's like, what tapes are you watching from the previous couple weeks that other teams is giving you? They giving you a blueprint, and you're not even taking a blueprint that you given. Like, this is crazy to me.
He's not scheming.
You know, Cox was traded. Cox really was traded. Cox said that he said the Eagles kept him in the loop about everything that was going on. That wasn't spin. They actually had a deal with
Pittsburgh.
I thought it was Vegas. I know they had a deal, but
I think the Raiders are interested.
But when what's the boy that just got traded from Denver?
Oh man, Von Miller.
Von Miller. They said when the Eagles saw how much that they got for Von Miller, they tried to they kept upping the price, and that's why everything fell through at the last minute. But Cox was out of here.
Yeah.
What was he going to get? Was he going to get a pass rusher? Edge rusher? Anybody? Or was he going to get a 6th-round pick?
Picks. They was going for the picks.
Yeah. I mean, this is a problem, bro. This is a huge problem that, and the thing about it, a lot of these boys is arrogant too, these defensive coordinator boys and coaches in general. A lot of times, this is why I actually got to give a lot of props to Sirianni, because pretty much the whole city is screaming run the ball, and he acquiesced and run the ball. A lot of times you get these dudes who get the Ben Simmons mentality. I'm gonna do it my way. I don't care what y'all say. This dude Gannon is looking suspect, bro. I'm sure he's been hearing sports talk radio. He's been hearing Instagram, Twitter. The people's talking. Everybody wants you to dial up pressure and dial up blitzes, and he's still not doing it. He's not scheming properly for these quarterbacks and against these offenses, and we getting exposed. There's nowhere in the world that these dudes should be completing 80+% of their passes. This is the most egregious thing I've seen in years, especially for us as Eagles fans, because this type of defense, it's foreign to us. We ain't never seen nothing to this whackness.
And Justin Herbert he came in struggling. Like, he was on the ropes the last 2 games. And then he got all the confidence in the world.
I think Sirianni got a break, man. The moon's allowing for him for this run, because I'm going to tell you, if Miles Sanders didn't get hurt, I don't think our run game be looking that good. I'm sorry for the Miles Sanders fans. But to me, Miles Sanders is not the greatest between the tackle runner He's not. He doesn't see the holes. He doesn't make the moves like Howard. You see the move Howard made, like when he runs for them touchdowns, just to get out the way and switch direction, hit that hole. They subtle.
I don't know. But the one thing about
Miles Sanders to me does not run like that, man. I'm sorry.
Of all the backs that we got in our squad, he's the one that once he get that open space, he's gonna break it for the home.
Who?
Run. Miles Sanders. Out of all,
if he get up, but he's not. Listen, you think he could take what Jordan Howard did? Think he could take them runs up the middle like that?
No, he would have been hurt.
Like he is.
Yeah.
Like he is. So it just so happened that the stars aligned and you got the back that you needed to run the football out the eye, and it worked out for Sirianni.
It really did.
The ball. And I hate to keep harping on this. The boy Herbert last week was 18 for 35, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The week before, he was 22 for 39, 195 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We let this dude complete 11 straight passes at one point and only incompleted 5 or 6? I think it was 6 passes the whole game and threw 38 times. There's no way you could tell me anything different. This defensive coordinator bull got to go. I mean, I know you hate to upset the establishment in the middle of the season and start canning cats, but this is historically bad numbers week after week after week. You got to go. And like I said, I don't even think our secondary to me is not that bad. I like our secondary. These boys is not any cornerback. Unless you Revis or Darryl Green, Deion Sanders, talking about the greats, you give them any wide receiver 4 to 5 seconds downfield, they're going to get open. They're going to get open. You talk about some of the greatest athletes. They put the best athletes at wide receiver anyway. The greatest athletes in the world playing wide receiver. You think you can hold these dudes to 3 to 5 seconds every time? It don't work like that.
No pressure.
That's why this dude trash. He got to go.
Pressure. I mean, we haven't won any home games this year, y'all.
It's crazy, ain't it?
We got no home wins. We played 4.
That's crazy.
Over 4 right now. But look, on the bright side, and I don't know how bright this is, we got a nice, easy schedule coming up. We got the Redskins twice. We got the Giants twice. We got the Jets.
What happened to your boy Dak today, Tim?
I mean, that's his first bad game of the season. He's allowed to have a bad game. I mean,
wasn't Henry Ruggs? What was that? The one, who was the one that Devonta Smith was on the Alabama dap up with?
Oh yeah, that was Ruggs. Right? Yeah, that was Ruggs.
Devonta Smith said he was hurt about that.
Yeah, that was a messed up situation. I mean, obviously you feel sorry for the family who lost their daughter and all that. Like that was not smart. I mean, bruh, you get a car up to 100 plus. I mean, it's at 150. That's insane. First of all,
if it was 90 or something, I could see what that.
We know he like going fast because he a speeder. His speedster, he like running fast.
I mean, but come on, man, 150. That irked me a lot of times, even on my personal street. To give a personal testimony, I have just regular residential block, and people fly through that joint, probably going 40, 50 miles an hour because they try to cut through my block to be the light. So they fly, and it's irritating. Because you know what I mean, kids could be out there playing on. Why are you flying down a residential block? But he flying down a city block. It's not even a highway. You ain't like you want 95, 2 o'clock in the morning, and you want to get your joint up to $150. That's still wild, but okay. You want a residential, like a city block, and you flying through. You know how long? First of all, you know how long it takes you to get up to 156. Now, granted, the car he has is going to take a little shorter, but that it takes you probably at least 8 to 10 seconds to get up to that speed, maybe more. To get that speed. So how long was you flying that fast down the street? Like that was crazy. That was dumb and sad. It was dumb and sad for everybody. And
they said it was DUI, so I don't know if it was he was under the influence of something. And then on top of that, he had a gun in the car. So they talk us we're looking at 40 years. I mean, he might have to plea out or something because
he done.
His future is dim, and
he probably at least do a dime.
Last week you're literally playing in the NFL. You have your whole life ahead of you. This week you in cell block 4. I mean, that's crazy. My heart goes out to the victim, to him, his parents.
Tim he in cell block 4, CC4.
No, but I mean, he Tim, you're right. This is gonna be a cautionary tale going forward for all young NFL players. They're gonna use this boy, and justly so, They're going to use his name as a cautionary tale of what not to do for a very long time because it was dumb. It was real dumb.
It is.
All right. Yeah, it was. That was sad. But let me say something about this DC, man, defensive coordinator. Why? You have a second year. This is what I don't understand. During the coaches meeting, whatever, I know they all go over the game plan and what they schemed up with the head coach. You have a second year quarterback that you don't try to confuse at all. You don't disguise no coverages or nothing. You just come line up. The wide receivers, it's 1st and 10. The wide receivers are playing sticks. Stuff I never seen before.
Exactly.
Why are you playing at the sticks? You don't run up, then run off. You there's no movement. There's no fake blitzing. There's no everybody showing zero blitz, then coming out. There's nothing disguised. It's so irritating, man. You just you think you were trying to confuse them, throw a couple of blitzes in, max blitzing, zero blitzing too sometimes. Like this is I've never seen a defensive coordinator so confused and just come out with such terrible schemes in life.
Can we talk about Jalen Rieger and his nonsense? He can't play.
He can't play.
He can't. Did you
Listen, go ahead.
Now that play that he did when he did, I guess it was the end around. I don't know what it was, but
it was a screen. But he ran back.
Yeah, but he ran back. I see what happened. I mean, I'm not even mad necessarily at that play. I'm just mad at Bull in general. Like he just ain't doing what we need him to do. We legit have we have a number one and Quez who compared to be a number two, who seems to be possibly a number two, number three, maybe. I'm open to get Odell if we could get Odell in here. I mean, I don't know if it's too little too late at this point or whatever, but I'm open to get.
He might want to win. Not want to come here. He might want to go to a winning team.
He probably want to go to Super Bowl. He probably want to go to Baltimore or somewhere like somebody with some aspirations to get there. I could see that. I wouldn't be mad, but I wouldn't mind getting him in there. And somebody like that. Green Bay might scoop him. That'd be a good destination for him. But as Ima, I seen you said about Star-Word. I will say this. I think his situation was very similar, but kind of different at the same time. I don't think his blood alcohol level was high. It was a DUI, but I don't think it was high. I was looking at the case a little while ago, and the dude, he wasn't going as fast either. He was going over the speed limit. He was going 90. But I think it was some discrepancy whether the bull, because I don't think the dude who walked into the crosswalk, I think he illegally walked into the crosswalk because I don't think he was his turn to walk either. Something like that. It was some kind of discrepancy like that, and the family ended up settling out of court with him, and that's why he was able to get off a little earlier, kind of almost on like a technicality type John. But this right here with the bull rug seemed almost cut and dry. Like he messed up big time. But Rieger, I mean, this goes back to what we're saying. This is why I'm so glad we drafted Jalen, because sometimes his draft, you're supposed to draft. Rieger was a shot in the dark. They thought they was getting jiggy or whatever. They thought they was thinking outside the box and, are we going to grab this bull and he going to be the bull? When everybody was looking at Rieger to be a 3rd round, 4th round draft pick, we drafted him so early that everybody like, what type time y'all on? Okay, let's get this bull. We thought he was going to be on the board. It was just dumb. So even if Devonta Smith never turned out, it was the right pick for our position, and he's looked like he's turning out, and I'm glad we drafted him.
Yeah, because Rieger, oh my goodness. So we got Rieger, and we got the dude Arcega-Whiteside, who's not playing. Is he injured or something? We got Quez. What do we get him? Was he like a 5th or 6th round pick?
Yeah.
Way down the totem pole. And that's where Rieger should have been at.
I'd rather see Ward in the game over Rieger.
Yeah, me too. I agree at this point. What about JJ? What about Arcega-Whiteside?
They said he good on special teams.
Oh, he hurt.
He had a couple good special teams returns. Yeah, he's hurt.
He another one. Another one though. Like, come on, man. Come on. Who we play next? Let's move ahead. You play Denver.
We passed this episode. We passed this game. We played Denver. Denver defense looked just as good without Von Miller today, by the way.
They just mocked Dallas. Now, was that emotional because Von Miller was going? Sometimes teams, like even Cleveland went. Was the Cleveland win emotional because Odell was going?
I think so. I should have went with Cleveland too when we were making our picks just because of that reason. I ain't think about
That's
that.
why I went to. I was thinking about that too.
Yeah,
Which McCall plays better without. Sometimes though, is what they call it addition by subtraction and all that. Yeah, the pressure you taking him away because in your mind as a quarterback, you got this ball and you like it's almost like sometimes the T.O. effect. You want to give him the rock.
I'm open.
Yeah, exactly. Ball coming to you every time after he come up the field, he tapping you in your back. Yo, bro, I had the ball in the boot, 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 and you like, all right, I'm gonna get you. Every time he telling you he open, and you feel pressure to throw it to him. Even when he not open, you throw it to him. Next thing you know, you throw a pick or something, or it's a bad pass, something. So it might have been the best thing for them to go to.
Locker room might just be settled. Everybody might be happy in the locker room that they don't got that malcontent in there as well. So
yeah, that's true.
So
yeah,
overall, you get Jalen a solid grade for the night for the way he played today.
He gets a solid. Listen, I always say, right? You can't ask a rookie quarterback to do but so much.
Mm-hmm.
So they helped him out, help him look better, help the game slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? Because you put him out there, or should I run? Should I pass? Should I hand the ball off? Should I pass the ball? Or should I run myself? Why do you have your rookie quarterback making all these decisions?
I know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. That was stupid. That's why I said I blame Jalen and I blame the coach for having them in that doing so many read option plays. It was just out of control.
85% of all the plays on the offense, Jalen was.
Yeah, before
that was crazy. That was insane. That's what I kept saying.
Yeah,
and that was it irritated me a little bit with Jalen because I would hope that you would be a little bit smart enough and mature enough to at sometimes just hand that ball off and let your other players eat. So now that you're not doing it, you got to be told to do it, and hopefully you'll see, okay, this is the way it should be done. So if that responsibility ever is given back to you, now you know how to move going forward. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see what happens later on down the line if you can end up being that quarterback who, calls the plays and kind of dictates a lot of the tempo of the offense. But I agree, Ethan, like we've been saying that for a long time, that he needed to have the coach call the plays. You be the coach. You're too young. He's trying to learn the playbook. He's trying to learn his other receivers. He's trying to learn the schemes and all that, the defensive schemes. He's trying to process so much. Why would you give him that much? So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what it look like going forward. But I like the run attack. I like run the ball. I love the fact that we got Jordan Howard in the game. And the offensive line love that too. They love smash mouth football. They love going head to head with them defensive ends and them defensive tackles who all game get to run that dumb full board. Now they get to return the favor. They love that stuff. Like this is what I'm saying. Like this is why sometimes young boys, I know you want to get innovative, but sometimes youth don't have that type of wisdom and that type of discernment on their side to know the game, that the emotional aspect of the game. And that's the kind of stuff that changes play calling when I know my offensive line, they want to go down. They want to go downhill. They tired of these defensive ends smacking them around and coming in. They want to go at these balls. Let them go
hit somebody.
Yes.
Let them hit.
Let them hit. Let them eat. So now you let them eat. You see the result. If we didn't run the ball like this, we'd got blown out today. We'd got blown out. Just like we did.
I don't like though. I don't know, just my pet peeve. When you got Joe Howard smacking his head going down the field, right? Then it's like goal and one, and you get a ball to game well. I listen. to me, I just smack my head all the way down the field. Let me get in the end zone. You know what I mean? Let me get in the
sideline, all laughing and smiling, all happy.
That's how Peyton felt. Give about Walter Payton. They did the Walter Payton in the Super Bowl. Remember, Peyton was mad at Dicker for that when he let Refrigerator Perry run it in. Because he wanted to score in the Super Bowl. You run it all the way down the field, then you give it to the fridge for the touchdown.
Wouldn't that be irritating for a running back? I just smack my head all the way down the field. Yeah. And you give it to somebody get 1 yard? Okay.
That's how everybody. I turned around like this, and everybody. I'm like, no. But anyway, y'all, this is going to wrap up the show for the evening. Y'all got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
This Denver game going to be interesting. Just looking forward. I mean, what they did to Dak. I watched the game a little bit though, but he was he threw some bad passes. One time he had CeeDee Lamb on kind of a busted play and he broke wide open. I need the points for my fantasy team, by the way. and he overthrew the ball by a country mile. I'm like, what? It just looked a lot of passes.
That calf was still hurting him because you know he was out
That's possible. That's I mean, injuries are always a factor especially when you're coming down this part of the season.
Yeah, and then you got to be forced to play. You know why you got to be forced to play? Because the quarterback last week looked good, so you can't let him keep looking good, or guess what? You don't have a job. But I got to look into what Mr. Wing said about Rieger's father being cool with Lori. I hope that's not true. That could be possible.
Post that article. Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, leave it. I would like to check that out too. Yeah,
you might be on something.
Hey, Mr. Wing, I will agree. I'm glad I saw that comment, Mr. Wing. I got to agree with you 1,000%. He said that's a cautionary tale for all of us not to drink and drive. I absolutely agree with that. All too often, sometimes, you get a little tipsy and you feel you can get home, especially now that I'm older. I think about my kids and all that when they're driving, younger people.
Yeah.
Be cautious about that. That's absolute facts. Absolutely.
Right now, you got Uber and you got Lyft and all them other ride services, so it's easy.
You get your car tomorrow. That's all right. Leave it there. Hey, I agree.
Tomorrow, we'll be back right here tomorrow after the Sixers game. Sixers got a rematch with the Knicks. So hopefully we don't get bullied like we did the last time around.
Yeah, let's see. Be back at y'all.
Yeah, while y'all still here, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button for us.
Boom.
That helps with the algorithms, get people more subscribers, get us more subscribers.
Anyway, get that good content out there.
Absolutely. All right, y'all.
All right.
John Gannon got to go. We out. We'll check y'all out.
I'm disappointed in this loss. I'm really disappointed.
Me too.
I'm about the offense of my young boy Jalen.
This ruins the season, though.
That's not over yet.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting close to being over. I tell you that.
We out.
All right, later.